didn't start van life with a dream rig or some viral build. I began on a cold, wet night in the middle of Ventura. I bought the van that afternoon, and everything felt heavier than expected. The rain was relentless, that soft kind that just doesn't stop. The windows fogged up, the air inside felt damp, almost sticky. I didn't even have a chance to install the ventilation yet. I was scared to park in a new place, so I pulled up under a flickering yellow streetlight near my old apartment, the one I just moved out of. No insulation, no heater, just me in a hoodie trying to convince myself that this was a good idea. Then I noticed the ants, crawling across the dashboard like they'd been waiting for me to move in. The rain had driven them inside. I remember sitting there with the engine off, hands on the steering wheel, just listening. To the sound of the rain, to the buzz of the light. And I wondered to myself, what the have I just gotten myself into? That was 2 years ago. Since then, I've made more mistakes than I can count. Some expensive, others just uncomfortable. But every single one taught me something worth knowing. And if I could speak to that version of myself, to the guy freezing in the hoodie pretending not to be overwhelmed, this is what I'd say. Not to scare him off, not to hand him some checklist, just to offer a little guidance, a little light in the fog. Because if you can learn from what I got wrong, you might start this journey with a little more clarity and a little bit more peace than I did. Let's get started. I waited too long to get the van. Back then, I was still in the Navy, working full-time, living in a rented apartment, saving what I could. Life was comfortable enough, structured, predictable, but every day I felt a little more disconnected from it. I'd get off shift, drive home through traffic, unlock my door, and just sit there, staring at the walls, thinking about roads I had not taken yet. I had this idea that one day, maybe once I'd everything figured out, I'd get a van and live on the road. But I kept putting it off. At night, I'd scroll Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace on my phone, find a few vans, imagine what it would feel like. Then I'd close the tab, tell myself it wasn't the right time. I convinced myself that I needed to do more research. Maybe something better would show up next week. But the truth is, I was scared. Scared of choosing the wrong rig, scared of getting ripped off, scared that I'd regret the decision and be stuck with something that I couldn't afford to fix. So I waited. I paid rent every month, put in the hours, cooked in the same kitchen, slept in the same bed. But the whole time, I knew that I was living in a space that no longer felt like mine. I could have started learning sooner if I had just gotten something. And more than that, I could have started becoming the person that I kept imagining. The van didn't have to be perfect, it just had to be enough to get me moving. Because clarity doesn't always come from sitting still. Sometimes it comes from motion, from trying new things, from living in the discomfort and figuring it out as you go. And the longer you wait, the more that it costs you. Not just in money, but in experience, in momentum, and in time you won't get back. Looking back, I wish I had let go of my fears sooner. I wish I had trusted my vision a little more, and believed that starting small, messy, and uncertain was okay.